Good evening traders, it's Simon at Kairos Capital Markets with a daily direction prediction for the 10th of October. So today I am looking at taking a pound Aussie long position, just a short term trade for the day, and I'll show you why. So personally myself, the reason why I want to take it as a day trade is I don't think there's going to be much more upside to this trade at the moment in time, and if there is, I'd like to see a break and retest of the 171 before taking it further, because I want to break this left shoulder here if this is going to be a left shoulder. So this overall pattern here could be a head and shoulder pattern here, and this could be a bull trap, but overall for a longer term play. But for a short term play for one day, I think there's still quite a viable trade here. So we've had this nice move upwards, it's come back down, it's put in a little mini double bottom here, it has on the 168 level. That's the Fibonacci 382 overall for the overall trend, so you got 2 there. RSI is at 0. You got a nice reversal pattern, deceleration, a nice bullish move to the upside, so that does give me a good bullish prediction for today. Now when you pop them down to the intraday 1 hour chart, you've got clean bullish MACD divergence to the upside. You've got a falling wedge pattern here, which is a bullish pattern as well. You see it a bit better on the 4 hour chart there, which is quite nice. But again though, my thing I do fear is this is the neckline, and I'll be jumping into a trade here that could be a bit of a bull trap. So this trade personally, I'm not putting an order for it. I want to see a rejection around this area here. I want to see the rejection and then close above the pivot. So my initial trade would be something like this. We do something like that. If I can get a nice stop there, a nice 1-to-1, just something like that, just to get out in and out as quick as possible. That's what I'm looking for. So the price to come down to this point here, around the 0.5 Fibonacci, then come back up, and as it closes above the pivot, I will then take that as a live entry that way, with my stop just sitting on the 618, and just to cleanly get out way before these highs here, just in case this is a bull trap. But other than that though, it's a nice intraday play there all together, and it looks quite good. If you look at the UK 100, that's why I've got that here at the moment on the daily chart, sorry, you also see what I would could possibly be a short position here, and the inverse of that would be pound strength. So the pound gets stronger, the stock market does get weaker for the UK. So this does indicate there is going to be some strength coming in the market as well. And the index I create as well, just going to show you the index quickly. There it is there, and the index here is testing this daily 50 EMA, which has been respected in the past. So the nice break and retest now is moving to the upside. So for me personally, I do see there's quite a lot of bullish sentiment there. It just needs to be a confirmation before we just jump the gun and just enter there. I'm already in a trade as well just now, and that is the euro dollar long. Let me show you that one quickly. So for me personally, I do believe this is overall head and shoulder pattern forming, and the head and shoulder pattern. So we're going to have very quickly here, there's your left shoulder, here's your head, and your right shoulder around there somewhere. That's what I'm looking at, what I think will happen on this pair here. Also note, so this is the main head and shoulder pattern, but also note as well on the 4 hour chart there is also a head and shoulder pattern as well. So I feel that the right shoulder on the daily will actually be the test of the 4 hour head and shoulder pattern, will give us a nice sell off there as well. So to show you this one very quickly, so here there would be a head and shoulder pattern as such. So the 4 hour chart, sorry guys. There you go, a bit twisted head and shoulder pattern, but the overall, this is the massive head and shoulder pattern. This is the left shoulder here, this is the head, this will be the right shoulder here. So pull back to this area here will be the right shoulder, but within the head itself there is a head and shoulder pattern here as well, which is quite nice to see. So you've got that kind of head and shoulder pattern here happening at the moment. So I feel that this will pull back to test this pattern here. So the 4 hour chart will pull back to this area here, test this head and shoulder pattern, and that would be an excellent trade to take short overall. So you get something in like this. That's what I'm looking for long term as well. And this would be like quite a bit more of a longer term play there. But for short term wise, this is what I have on the 1 hour chart. We've had nice. This is again a falling wedge. Nice bullish MACD divergence again. And so I've actually entered here already. It's broke out nicely and tested the backside this downward sloping trend line already. So for me personally, it's quite nice. You've got the pivot, you've got S1, you've got the downward sloping trend line, and you've got the 1 hour 50 EMA all on your favour. The only thing you don't have in your favour is the 4 hour 50 EMA, but as you notice, so over this whole entire pattern of this head and shoulder pattern, this hasn't actually really affected it at all. And you've got to go back to July to actually see where it really last tested the head and shoulder, the actual 4 hour 50 EMA properly and respected it. From August onwards, it's never respected it. So for me personally, for the moment, I'm not too bothered with it. I'm looking at the pattern itself, so that's what I'm on at the moment. And we'll see how that goes. Again, that's to get out just past these recent highs here for another 2% trades. That could be a nice one as well. Okay guys, hope you have a good day. I'll speak to you soon.